Hello everyone, my name is Jacqueline Zabanyel. I discuss to you about the nature of workplace communication. So, objectives is at the end of the lesson, the student should be able to define workplace communication and discuss workplace dynamics. So, communication, the human connection, is the key, the personal and career success according to Paul J. Meyer. So, the example is the sales talk. So, they sell the items, or their things na ibenta nila through they using communication. So, sales talk is the example of social communication, and the other example is the live selling. So, live selling is they sell items and they sell items through cell phone. They using phones, they using laptops or other devices na maka-live, and they using communication. So, that example that I give, meron bang mga taong naging success like live selling and sales talk, diba meron? So, agree ba kayo sa sinabi ni Paul J. Meyer na true communication is to connect the human connection to is okay the career success or the personal success. So, agree ba kayo sa sinabi ni Paul J. Meyer? So, agree. So, let's proceed. Okay. Workplace communication. So, when we say workplace communication, the evolution of communication is best described as the process of transmitting ideas and thoughts through the years for human survival. In charting one's journey in this evolution, so ginagamit siya sa education, science, and technology. So, yes, the business and trade, and also the media have all contributed to how an individual copes with social needs and demands through human connection. So, when we say workplace, no, mo ni siya ginatawag na trabaho. So, work, trabaho o lugar. So, inatrabawan. So, lahat man mga ginatrabawan, di ba? Or sa mga trabaho, ginagamit ang communication to communicate others, di ba? So, in the boundaries of the house, the classroom, or the office, human interaction is essential. According to Abraham Maslow hierarchy of needs, the self-actualization. So, familiar naman kayo dito sa types of Maslow hierarchy of needs. So, nauuna talaga ang self-actualization to depends on social connection. This is becoming more evident in the 20th century as a personal success is equated with career growth and progress, which are dependent on one's degree of social integration. Okay. Workplace communication, the process of exchanging information, either verbally or non-verbally, is important in any social environment, including the academic and corporate environments. So, workplace communication, the exchanging information through verbal, so verbal talking, spoken, and non-verbally is written, more of written. So, because of that, matawag din pala na workplace communication through magsending ka ng letters. Halimbawa na sa trabaho, kailangan mo na mag-leave. So, kailangan mo talagang magsulat or mag-letters. Okay. So, let's proceed the why communication and workplace is important. So first is the effective collaboration. So we need to we need to collaborate to suggest the ideas of others. Second is the clarity, clarification about halimbawa di talaga maiwasan ang miscommunication or the misconnection. So kailangan talaga nating clarify para iwas tayo sa conflict. So third is the problem solving. So di talaga maiwasan ang problema sa isang trabaho. So kailangan talaga nating i-solve para matapos ang problema. Fourth is the leadership. So, sa leadership, kailangan talagang may leader na magaling mag-hold sa kanilang grupo. So, the last is good communication. So, good communication is the important in communication. So, if you have a good communication to others, maiiwasan talaga ang conflict. Like, maiwasan natin ang miscommunication and the misunderstanding from others.
So, hello everyone. Good day. Good day, sir. So, I am Narushi Pardin, and I will be reporting one of the workplace dynamics, which is the diversity in the workplace. So, we have 4 workplace dynamics, guys. First is the diversity in the workplace, co-workers relationship, shared leadership, and team building. So my assign is the diversity in the workplace. So before I explain what is the diversity in the workplace, let me tell you what is the workplace dynamics. So when we say workplace dynamics, guys, it tells about how the people interact, how they interact in a certain workplace environment. So how they collaborate, how they engage. This includes their behaviors or their attitudes, and also their assumption or the way they assume in a certain environment or a certain person. And also, in the entire workplace environment, kung paano sila makipag-interact with their coworkers or um, their manager, for example, or kung sino yung may-ari na corporation or organization. So we have 3 diversity in the workplace. So these are the multi-generational workforce, organizational culture, and lastly the multiplicity of identity. So when we say diversity in the workplace, guys, it talks about the different background of a certain individual or a certain worker in an organization. So this includes their different attitudes or behaviors, their age, their religion, their beliefs, and including their different types of occupation, their income, since we have different income in life, and also education. So those are the diversity in the workplace. So generally, it talks about the background of a certain worker in an organization or corporation. So first one, guys, is the multi-generational workforce. This talks about or insists about the different age, the different generation of a certain individual in a workplace environment. So first one is the baby boomers. So ano si baby boomers? Yun siya yung mga taong nasa edad between 59 above 1928 to 1945, mga ganyan. So, dyan yun siya yung mga lolo't lola natin. They are the generation called baby boomers. Next one is the Generation X. So, sa Generation X, dito naman yung 1965 to 1980, which is between 43 to 58. And the Generation Y is yung currently between the 25 to 40. So, yan siya yung Generation Y about 1981 to 1946. So, yung age between niya is 25 to 40, yung Generation Y. Then sa Generation C is between the 9 to 24. So, ito na tayo, mga classmates ko, dito na kami nabilang 9 to 24 yung age dito from 1997 to 2012. So, again, yung multi-generational workforce. So, again, it talks about the different generation or age of a certain individual in a workplace environment. The next one is the organizational culture. So, when we say organizational culture, it is the different behaviors or how the employee behaves, their different attitudes, if it is good or not, and how the organization operates. Ano yung system nila, what is the system. For example, the beliefs or the culture of a certain organization, such as the rules and regulation. For examples, our NMC, we have rules and regulation then, such as you cannot, they will not allow you to come in if you are wearing shorts for girls and crop tops. So, diba, hindi tayo nakakapasok sa RMC pag we are not wearing an appropriate clothes, such as yung mga chinelas, diba? Then, yan yung isa sa mga rules and regulation. So, sa organizational culture, it talks about the different beliefs, such as yung rules and regulation, and kung paano makipagsalamuha yung isang employee, how the employee behaves in a certain workplace environment. So, sabi dito guys, if we are a good employee, if we possess a positive attitude in a workplace environment, then it will be easier for us to communicate with the higher ups, such as yung mga leaders, yung boss, or yung kasama natin, or mga colleague natin. Kasi we possess positive attitude. So, pag meron tayo we can communicate with them at yung feedback din nila sa atin is maganda kasi maganda din ang ugali natin. So lastly, we have the multiplicity of identity. We find the word itself, multiplicity of identity. So it talks about the different identities of a certain individual or a certain worker in a workplace environment. So this includes the different religion, different gender, if it's female or male, if Muslim ba siya, or Christian, or lumats sa isang workplace environment, and also, of course, the different beliefs ng mga tao, ng mga member in a workplace environment, and also the language. So, for example, in an organization, some workers are not, hindi nakakapagsalita ng Bisaya or something like hindi nakakaintindi ng Bisaya. So, we have different languages. So, yan siya yung multiplicity of identity in a workplace environment, kung saan ito talks about the different religion, the different languages, the gender ng isang worker. So, sabi dito guys, kung mutual respect should be practiced at all in a workplace environment in terms sa mga different identities natin. So, tama nga naman, diba? So, dapat may respeto tayo in terms sa mga ganyan, such as yung religion, sa gender, kasi para makabuo tayo ng positive environment sa ating workplace. So, kailangan we respect each other, i-respect natin yung mga co-workers natin sa isang workplace environment para makabuo ng positive environment or para hindi magkagulo in a workplace environment. So, that's all everybody. Bye.
Good afternoon. I'm Dexter B. Mariano, reporters for co-workers and shared leadership. So, direct na ako siya explain mo na siya. So, ang first is co-worker. Co-worker relationships refers to the professional interactions and connections employees have with each other in our workplace settings. So, these relationships are often based on shared goals, responsibilities, and interacts related to the job and can range from formal to informal. So the most important is having a good communications to avoid conflict or miscommunication. And dapat kabalo ka makitungo with other coworkers because the most important is kabalo ka makitungo sa imong kauban sa trabaho. Good work relationship requires trust, respect, self-awareness, inclusion, and often communication. So, muna siya ang coworkers, no? So, dirita sa shared leaderships. So, shared leadership is the sharing of power and influence with one persons remaining in charge organizationals. Shared leadership leads to better organizational performance. Shared leadership is developed by being transparent, encouraging, and being open to other ideas. No? So, inspiring shared purpose, no, is having the ability to help the team identify what these goals or shared purposes might be. Sharing important in a community. Sharing leadership helps people to interact in a meaningful and pleasant way that builds community. So, example of leadership is when a leader gives a team member to the freedom to pursue their goals and their way to allows for a great deal of creativity and innovation as traditional decisions making process restrain team members. So, shared leadership, no, is kanang kabalo ka mag-handle sa imong nasasakupan. And also dapat kabalo pug ka makitungo, dili na siya mawala, and dapat dili pug ka maging selfish sa isa ka bagay. Kailangan dapat kabalo pug ka maminaw sa iban, sa imong mga nasasakupan, imong mga members nimo para maayos inyong plano man. O if may problema man sa isa ka company, di dapat puro lang ka command sa imong mga nasakupan, dapat pati ikaw muliyok po ka para ma-solve inyong problema nga hapsay. So mo na siya ang shared leadership, no. Salamat.
So, good afternoon everyone. My name is Karen May Alma Sogi, and today I will discuss what is team building. So, team building means where shared leadership is nurtured. So, pag sinabi nating nurtured is ito yung to encourage the growth or development. So, team building is not for far behind. So, formal and informal gatherings help build a strong team. So, team roles surface where task role, relationship roles, and self-centered roles have to be periodically monitored, assessed, and evaluated for a check on functional role. So, there are 3 types of team building. First is task roles. So, pag sinabi nating task roles means roles that help the team carry out tasks and get the work done. So, pag sinabi nating task roles is ito yung mga tungkulin na tumutulong o sa pangkat na isagawa ang mga gawain at magawa ang gawain. For example nito is ang initiator, information giver, information seeker, opinion giver, opinion seeker, coordinator, procedural developer, and summarize evaluator. So, the second is relationship roles. So, pag sinabi nating relationship roles is roles that strengthen or main team relationship. So, for example nito is ang supporter, harmonizer, and gatekeeper. So, the last team building type is self-centered roles. So, pag sinabi nating self-centered roles is meaning roles that interfere with the team's ability to complete tasks, and for example is ang blacks, dominator, attacker, and clown. That's all. Thank you.